Logan Paul is a party to 3 separate lawsuits right now, none bigger than the Cryptozoo lawsuit. The other day, Dexerto on Twitter posted Logan Paul's Cryptozoo lawsuit has been thrown out by a federal judge, seen by almost 15 million people in just a couple days. People were clearly upset when they saw this. Here's the order by the judge granting Logan Paul's motion to dismiss. That means he won, right? It was really interesting reading all the responses on the post, even including Zach XBT, who's one of the best guys in the crypto space on Twitter. There were a lot of people really upset and claiming that the legal system is so broken and that frauds can abuse inefficiencies and get away with crimes.
Nowadays, crime has almost become a normal part of life. Take Logan Paul, for example. He scammed countless people out of huge amounts of money, targeting ordinary, hard-working individuals. Yet now, it seems the courts aren't taking any serious action against him.
Logan Paul says case dismissed. Judge finalizes Cryptozoo class action dismissal. There it is. And so this is like probably millions of dollars he's not going to have to pay. Crime is legal. That's right. That's the way it goes. I'm surprised, but that's what happens.
Why? Because Logan Paul has so much money that he can hide from the consequences and settle everything quietly. This is exactly the kind of injustice that makes public life so frustrating today. In this video, I'm going to give you a full breakdown of whether Logan Paul is really free from all consequences over the Cryptozoo scandal or not. If you don't know about the Cryptozoo mess, here's the truth. Logan Paul took money from countless people by claiming he was launching a game tied to NFTs, but it was all a lie.
The Cryptozoo saga. It's just a classic influencer greed story where this guy launches an NFT project, millions upon millions of dollars in sales. He promises the world a fun blockchain game that earns you money. He did nothing, and the project was left abandoned. Playing with people's money and livelihoods, you cannot take it lightly. These influencers got into this crypto space. I don't think they fully appreciated they're now dealing with financial investments, and it's not a joke.
I completely agree with what Coffeezilla said. Logan Paul even filed a lawsuit against Coffeezilla after all the exposures Coffeezilla made about him on his YouTube channel. Clearly shows that Logan Paul can act recklessly and engage in criminal behavior at any time because Coffeezilla couldn't play the fake lawsuit game with him.
Coffeezilla, who's incredible, by the way, a very thorough, good-hearted, smart guy, did a deep dive into this project that I attempted to make called Cryptozoo.
After all these controversies and weeks of drama, it has finally come out that the court even dismissed the case against Logan Paul, despite numerous creators exposing his actions. This just proves how people with money can often avoid real consequences, no matter how serious the accusations are.
Logan Paul is a party to 3 separate lawsuits right now, none bigger than the Cryptozoo lawsuit. The other day, Dexerto on Twitter posted Logan Paul's Cryptozoo lawsuit has been thrown out by a federal judge, seen by almost 15 million people in just a couple days. People were clearly upset when they saw this. Here's the order by the judge granting Logan Paul's motion to dismiss. That means he won, right? It was really interesting reading all the responses on the post, even including Zach XBT, who's one of the best guys in the crypto space on Twitter. There were a lot of people really upset and claiming that the legal system is so broken and that frauds can abuse inefficiencies and get away with crimes. In the order, there was a sentence I hadn't seen before, which was the counts 1 through 26. Plaintiffs are granted leave to amend. As to count 27, plaintiff's claim is hereby dismissed with prejudice.
It's actually confirmed that if these reports are accurate, people are definitely not happy about it. Just look at the comments. One person said, "It sounds like Logan Paul has once again gotten away with skirting the law and ripping off innocent people. I hope they fix their class action lawsuit and go after him again. He's running around WWE doing victory laps while the people he hurt are licking their wounds. We'll just have to wait and see how this impacts Coffeezilla. I seriously want him to come out victorious against that scumbag Logan." Another comment said, "So the judge said, you can make a scam, but don't you dare lie about when it's done. WTF is this legal system? Police can lie, the rich can steal, politicians can assault, but a regular person does anything? Jail." And here's another one. "I want to know what cheat codes the Paul family entered at the start of their life to just be able to do whatever the they want. God, I hate it here." Someone else pointed out, Logan Paul's lawyer is no different from Andrew Tate's lawyer, shamelessly lying about what's actually happening in court. I don't understand the problem with US bars. It looks like the standards and ethics are so low. All of this proves just how many people are truly upset that Logan Paul might be getting yet another chance to scam people again. Logan Paul must be held accountable, and he needs to refund all the victims' money as soon as possible. But instead of taking responsibility, Logan Paul and his shady partners are just trying to manipulate the situation and create chaos. Even though there's solid evidence of this scam, people like KSI are still defending Logan Paul's side, and that's what's truly disappointing.
And this is because of the whole crypto thing going on about him. Let's hear his side of it. let's hear his side before we crucify him, because how many times have we jumped to conclusions and it's just been completely false? Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. My people were like, Tory Lanez is innocent, Tory Lanez is innocent, and now Tory Lanez has been proven guilty. And it's like, this is awkward.
So here's what's really happening. Logan Paul and his shady crew are literally trying to make the situation worse for the victims and everyone who's speaking out about the Cryptozoo scam. They've got a bunch of excuses lined up, one after another, just to manipulate people and even the legal authorities. Logan Paul is honestly one of the worst kinds of people, someone who never cared about the fans who made him famous. He has no intention of helping anyone. So, I guarantee you, if somehow Logan Paul gets any kind of chance or escape from this situation, later you'll find out that he didn't refund a single penny to anyone. You can already see how he's been harassing Coffizilla, the one who actually spoke up for the victim.
Logan Paul has just officially gotten away with it. That's right, today we learned that the Cryptozoo lawsuit from Logan Paul's crypto project from 2021 was officially dismissed. Now, if you followed the Cryptozoo saga and all of the Coffeezilla videos, it certainly looked like Logan Paul had a steaming pile of doggy doo-doo on his hands as he was trying to evade the allegations that he had rug pulled this project. However, a judge has just said that no reasonable juror could ever find that Logan's statements were misleading or fraudulent. This brings a favorable end to the YouTuber turned WWE superstar and owner of Prime Sports Drink. Logan will certainly be happy to see this.
Not only that, but many legal experts weighing in on this issue have pointed out something concerning. Logan Paul is actually making the situation worse for Coffeezilla. Originally, it seemed like Coffeezilla had a strong case. He submitted all the evidence to the FBI. Yet now, it's coming out that Logan Paul might walk away free from all consequences. This just highlights how the system often favors those with money and influence, leaving ordinary people frustrated and powerless.
And that I know a lot of people have about all of this, which is, what does this all mean for Coffeezilla's case? And I've seen some people out there blackpilling about how this is bad news for Coffeezilla because this fraud claim got struck down and because the statements Coffeezilla made had to do with calling Logan Paul a fraudster or a scammer.
Even Coffeezilla's lawyer once said that Logan's goal was never to win the case. It was to humiliate Coffeezilla and break him financially.
Very surprised that Logan Paul had completely rehabilitated his image, and then Coffeezilla just came out of nowhere and besmirched him for no reason whatsoever. So I found that to be very surprising.
This case really presents a David and Goliath type problem. You look at somebody like Coffeezilla, yes, he has a lot of YouTube subscribers. I mean, I'm sure he makes money. You know, I'm sure he does fine. He's not anywhere near the capacity of his opponent. I mean, his opponent has an unlimited war chest to come at him and could essentially use this suit to drive him off the internet. We're not going to let that.
But now, karma is hitting Logan Paul once again. All of his shady past tactics are coming back to mess things up for him. On one hand, Logan Paul has to prove every claim he made in court, and on the other hand, Coffeezilla's motion has exposed many of Logan's secret tactics, like how Logan tried to defame Coffeezilla publicly. So that's the full breakdown of the Logan Paul and Coffeezilla saga. From the initial Cryptozoo scandal to the lawsuits, the exposures, and now the court dismissals, it's clear that this story has more twists than most people expected. Despite Coffeezilla submitting all the evidence to the authorities, Logan Paul seems to be walking away without facing real consequences, proving once again how money and influence can tilt the scales in favor of the rich and powerful. But the public reaction shows that people are not just sitting back quietly. Fans, creators, and everyday viewers are frustrated, angry, and calling out the injustice. From heated YouTube comments to legal experts speaking out, it's obvious that many people feel this system is failing to hold someone accountable for actions that hurt countless innocent individuals. At the end of the day, stories like this remind us to stay vigilant, question what's happening behind closed doors, and continue pushing for transparency and fairness. Coffeezilla's work has brought these issues to light, and even if the system doesn't deliver justice immediately, awareness and public pressure are powerful tools.